Thanks for tuning into my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking about side hustles. It's 2025, and I feel it's a great opportunity right now. If you're working a 9 to 5, but you're like, hey, I need some more money, it's really easy right now to get extra money coming in besides your 9 to 5 because you can just download an app before these things didn't exist and you can start making money, pretty quickly. And what I mean by an app, right? There's Uber Eats, there's DoorDash, and you can start there and you can take that money and put it into something else, right? And the reason I just started off with that is that's just something that if you long as you already have a cell phone, right? That's something that you already got to pay for. If you already have a vehicle, these are things that you already have. These are expenses that you're already paying for every month. These are things that you can do right now with what you have, and you don't have to spend additional money. So because a lot of times people will say, "Hey, I want to make more money. I want to do a side hustle, but I don't have the money right now for it." Okay. Well, what are you doing to get the money for it? So that's why I said Uber Eats and DoorDash, and I get it, they're not the most glamorous, and I'm sure some people are like, "Oh, you may not, make that much on there." It just depends on the effort that you put into it. It's really going to help how much you're going to make at anything that you do. But if you are in a situation where you're like, "Hey, I want to start this side hustle, but it requires some money," or "I want to start, my business, but it requires me some money to do the LLC and etc." Well, my question to you is, how are you going to start on these things if you're not doing anything to work on getting the money? So sometimes you have to start off by doing things like I just mentioned that you with what you already have, you can start making money with. So if you have a cell phone, you have a car, Uber Eats, DoorDash is something you can start doing. Now you may say, well, okay, I do have some money set up. I want to do other things. Well, my channel is about Toro. A lot of the videos I talked about is Toro and car buying and things like that. So if you're interested in doing Toro, watch some of my videos. And also, I just did a Patreon. You can join Patreon. You can directly message me on there. And what the community that I'm starting on Patreon, it's just a community of like-minded people that we're looking for additional sources of income. We're looking to invest. We're looking to grow our wealth, right? So what do we get to do in there? Like I said, you can get to message me. Also, you get to message other people in the community. And what are we doing? We're already on Toro. So if you are someone that's on Toro, you're new, you got questions, hey, how nice is you can go on your cell phone, you can go on your computer, you can go ahead and message me with the question. I'll try to help you invest in my abilities. I have been doing Toro for over 2 years going on to three. So I have a lot of experience already on that platform. And somebody else on there may have more experience than even me. And you can message them. That's what the community is about. It's linking like-minded people and helping each other, right? It could be on Toro, it could be about side hustles to have multiple sources of income. It could be about stocks. And I'm really trying to talk about stocks because a lot of people, you're working your 9 to 5, maybe you got your side hustle and you're making money. But a lot of people are forgetting about retirement. A lot of people are forgetting, how you can take basically the money you're coming and build wealth later down the road. And for some people, that's important. Some people are like, hey, I'm not really worried about that right now. I'm worried about right, what's in front of me right now. I'm not so worried about, way down the road in case I don't make it. And look, I understand that. I understand someone say, hey, look, I'm not worried way down the road because I don't know if I'm going to be here way down the road. But this is how I look at it. And this is what I always say when someone says that to me. We definitely want to worry about the right now because we want to live the present. But if we are around for the future, you want to be, you want to get yourself in a good situation. So what we're going to be working on there is improving our way of life present and also making a better life for the future. So we are going to talk about investing long term. We're going to do that with stocks. We're also going to talk about short term trading, meaning we're going to sell sometimes stocks within 12 months. Now, I'm not a professional, right? What I'm going to be doing though is I'm going to be sharing my moves, my opinions, and hopes it helps you build some wealth yourself by just sharing my experiences. I'm not saying I'm a professional. I'm not saying I'm always going to get it right, but I could definitely say what I do on Toro and how it goes for me. I could definitely say what stocks I'm looking at and how it's going for me. And if like-minded people in the community can be sharing what they're doing, We can bounce ideas off each other and come up with solutions and just find new ways of making money. And that's what it's about. If you want to be more successful, if you want to do more than what you're currently doing, why not go ahead and join a community that's what it's going to be about. It's just talking, sharing ideas where you can go and ask questions. Not, basically right now for a lot of people, you're in the matrix, meaning you talk to your coworkers, you may talk to your friends, and all they're thinking about is their 9 to 5 and maybe getting a promotion and going on a vacation. You talk to them about investing in the stock market, or you talk to them about a side hustle, or you talk to them about Turo, and they tend to just be negative and want to shoot it down. Why? Obviously, you can fail at doing Toro. You can probably Google right now and you can read negative experiences that hosts have had on Toro. Because the truth is, when you go on Toro, bad things can happen. And for some people, they're going to experience, negative things on the platform. And some people go on the platform and they don't experience anything negative. You really don't know what's going to happen to you because we're all going to have different experiences on the platform or anything we do at life. Some people, they're going to be luckier than others. Luck does play a part in my opinion, everything in life. So what I would say is, in my opinion, right, and this is just my opinion, I wouldn't be so scared. I wouldn't let everyone talk me out of my ideas always. And I would kind of say, hey, what am I good at? What do I want to do? What do I want to accomplish? And I would be open to trying new things. Now, that's just my opinion. I'm not saying for you to go and do that, but I'm just sharing my thoughts and views and what I like to see on the Patreon page. If that catches your attention, if you agree with it, go ahead. It's in the link description. So you can tap it, sign up, and I love to see you on there. Also, if you're like, hey, I'm gonna start Toro, wondering what I use, I do have a link in there that shows everything I use for Toro. So if that catches your interest and you're looking for a lockbox or car detailing products, whatever it may be, you're going to see that in the description box. Even if you have a keyless entry on your car, push to start, you need the pouch, to block the signal. I'll have that in there too. And that's very important because a lot of cars are push to start now. So that's going to be important. Also, when it comes to Toro, a lot of people, hey, how can I get started? If you own a car, right, and go on the Toro website and make sure your car falls in their requirements. But if you already own a car, you can just start with the car that you have now. Now, be aware that that's just, an opinion, and you need to understand the risk. Your car can get stolen, okay? It could definitely get in an accident. All these things can happen when you're putting your car on the road because a lot of videos and a lot of reels on Instagram just talk about, oh, I rented out my car and I'm making money, okay? And that gets people excited because we want to make money. And yes, that can happen. You can get your car and boom, put it on the platform and everything goes great. But you did put your car out there. You are having a stranger, a person that you don't know, right, rent that car. Meaning things can happen to a car. Anytime the car's put on the road, anytime I even book my car, right? Something can happen. And you need to understand that. And it's also important if you are registered, I mean, if you are going on the platform Toro, go over the protections on there and pick, one that you feel is going to suit you the best. Don't just go for the cheapest one because you're going to make more money because that could cost you in the long run. If you're wondering about me when it comes to the protections on the car, I don't go with the cheapest plan. I go with the one with the $250 deductible. I'm okay with the $250 deductible. Now that's the one that I chose for myself. There's, different levels. You have to see what you're comfortable with. Are you comfortable with a higher deductible? Are you okay with a smaller deductible? That's up to you. But I know a lot of people are watching about, they're wondering about Toro, they're wondering about the car market, and I talk about all these things, but I just wanted to make a video kind of going over a lot of things because the Patreon, right? I'm starting this and I like to see like-minded people come on and us benefit from each other, bounce ideas, give ideas, and make it a successful community. If you enjoyed the video, do me a huge favor. Smash the like button. Don't forget to leave some comments down below if you have any questions. And I really would appreciate it if you think about subscribing to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.